today is 17th March 2025, and today happens to be the day where our governor is clocking 3 years in office. And we want to just 30 minutes and talk about the changes that has come into Anambra State, both in every aspect, the educational aspect, the transformation of infrastructure, and then the pre-education, the whole lot that we'll be talking about within the time frame. My name is Ajubuchukwu Okagwe, if you're just joining us.
And my name is Nonye Wokoye. It's a great day for Anambra, Anambra, and we are so delighted to be here talking about 3 years of impactful leadership of the present administration being saddled by Governor Soludo. And of course, before we got here, I was talking about what I heard people say. Yeah. They were in group. A lot of people that came in. There was a great traditional marriage that happened on Saturday. So a lot of people came in from Lagos. A lot of people came in from Abuja, and they were so happy. They were telling the man that if it were before now, that you won't see people come here, and that's why a lot of people were taking their traditional marriages to outside the state. So we thank God for this day, and you're welcome to 3 years of impactful leadership of Governor Soludo. Welcome to the show. And
our guest this morning is Comrade Eze Onyebuchi-Chukwu, National Youth Leader, ABGA. It's a pleasure having you, Comrade Eze Onyebuchi.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome to the studio. You look so good.
Thank you. You too.
Wow. Well, we are talking about Soludo in office, and this definitely, Soludo is under the platform of ABGA. That's the party where he's running. And then we'll be talking about Soludo's achievement here, and then you now try to narrow it down to what ABGA is as an identity, a political platform. And then you know what our slogan is, Oyan Ara 1 year. And just in a nutshell, just give us a little brief idea of what the spirit of ABGA, the party, is all about. Comrade.
Thank you very much. The truth is that in Nigeria right now, even before now, ABGA has been the most righteous political party. I say it anywhere I go, because there are a lot of rancor in other political parties that you will not see in ABGA, like the case of corruption. In ABGA, on our own arrival as the new national NWC members, the past national chairman announced how much he left for us, over 300 million naira. We have no business with the story of saying one embezzle money and all of that. So on that premise is what our elected members also come to do. It's hard before you hear. Of course, we know that Anambra is like the headquarters of ABGA. That's where we have hold of the states. And then you always see the examples of that spirit of ABGA, that righteousness ideology of ABGA. You see the governors that have come and gone, their histories. They would rather be telling you how much they left in the coffers of Anambra State. There's no story of corruption. That mantra of our motto, which is be your brother's keeper, you see that this particular governor on board, Governor Soludo, has come on board. His leadership is not just about performing. He is targeting the unreachables.
All right. Now that you have mentioned Governor Soludo, we know that there's this popular saying, soldier go, soldier come, barrack remains.
Yes.
We've had a lot of governors in Anambra State, and each one comes with great promises to transform, to rebuild, to continue from where his or her predecessor stopped. And this Soludo came in with a lot of promises also. What's your assessment of his administration these past 3 years?
Well, if I'm to mark him, I'll give him 101%. The truth is that
if there's anything like that.
Yes. He said that the first speech he made on his arrival, the day he was inaugurated, that every time he goes through that speech, to see those things he promised Anambra people. And he has been following that speech to deliver on his promises. So I was among the team that went to tour his projects. And I can tell you, except for those who don't go outside the state, anyone who says that he's not working, the person is either not sincere or the person is just playing politics. If you go to other states, in fact, I am not from this state, and while I was touring those projects, I was crying for my state. The truth is that this man is not just working, he is honest, he's compassionate. You know, media, he doesn't have business with media, you know, spending so much money trying to convince people that he's working. This one is that some people will just gather people, do one or two, and then snap pictures, tell the whole Nigeria they have empowered 5,000 people. He is doing his own and making sure the figures reflect what is on ground. You see, so he gets the money of Anambra people. He invests that money in things that will help Anambra in years to come. He is not after embezzling money. That's what me I have found out as I go around to tour those projects. So Anambra people should be thanking God for what God has given them. This is not politics.
Well, thank you so much for saying that Anambra people should be thankful for having Soludo. But then, before then, with Soludo's achievements right now, wouldn't come as a shock to any person. If you have been in Nigeria long enough, talking about when he was the CBN governor, we saw the antecedents and the remarkable reforms he brought into the banking sector, and we're seeing that being transformed now. But now, talking about party and then talking about Soludo's achievements so far, you as the national youth leader, is Soludo a product of the ideology of ABGA, saying that on this mandate shall you stand, this is what Anambra people need of you, go out there and deliver? Is it what ABGA as a political party is into, or is it just that Soludo is a cut away from the rest, politically, talking about governors in Nigeria?
ABGA is known, like I said in my first attempt, ABGA is known for their righteousness. ABGA is known for not leaving anyone behind. So Soludo only came on board and then took it further.
So Soludo is actually living to the mantra, to the ideology
of ABGA.
Of ABGA.
Yes. So the only thing is that he magnified it, took it further. You understand? Because from the projects he has completed so far, you will see that what Soludo keeps saying is, where has never been remembered. Like Ofemiri, I know about it because I'm not from here. Good. So I heard that no one goes to even their local government headquarters. Now they can access that place. There are a lot of, like Okpoko, for instance. I know Okpoko very well. I've lived in Onitsha. And I know the Okpoko is where, if you know you don't have money in Anambra, you go there, you can sleep under the bridge. Everyone knows that place. So you can call it any name. He went there, transformed that place and make it livable, make it enjoyable. You can go there now, irrespective of your status, and then you will stay there and be comfortable. So he has come to remember the forgotten, to reach the unreached. You know, those people that usually, government usually, and the good thing about his government is that, you know, in the past, or some other politicians, I'm not talking about the past governors of Anambra State, if you want to even do anything for the poor, you just do it anyhow. You don't invest much. After all, the people going to enjoy it are the poor people. So Ludo invests quality work. Like one of the markets we tour in Aguata, I saw the kind of marbles he used on the floor of the market for these local people. He said he wants to remove all these women who are these petty traders who are using umbrella to sell along the road. So he built the place free of charge. He will be giving them those shops free of charge. And the quality of work there is what marveled me. That knowing that the people going to use this facility are poor people, and you still invested this kind of money and give them this kind of quality, it's not ordinary in Nigerian politics.
Now, talking about how impactful the administration of Governor Soludo has been these 3 years, you know, I think at this point we'd like to take it sector by sector. If you don't mind, you tell us some of the areas you've seen those impacts, whether the education sector, the health sector, you know, let people understand actually what is going on in Anambra State.
Well, I was thinking maybe you would say is there any area he didn't touch? You know, because...
No, I know, but let's take it one after the other. Let people get to understand.
Yes.
You know, or if they wish to go and see for themselves, just like you've gone to see for yourself, they can actually go.
He has touched virtually everywhere. Like in education, you can see the free education from primary to secondary school, everything free of charge. And there was this teacher or head teacher that was sacked one time, I saw on social media, where they said whether he collected 200 naira. I don't know the story, let me not say what I don't know. But I think he collected money from a student for what she may think is nothing. But the governor, because of how serious he takes this free education, said, no, you cannot jeopardize my policy and all of that. Everything about school from primary to secondary, at least the basic education, free of charge. It is not, you can't get this from other states. Some other states who do it can only do from 1 to JS3. And some of them will tell you when you reach secondary school, SS3, take care of yourself. This one is everything free of charge. You come to health sector. Of course, we know how much our women die trying to give birth. The majority of the women die out of lack of money for CS. You know, their husbands don't have the money. And what you see the man crying out, push, try, you know, because there is no money. But in this one now, there's no need for long talk. The government has given free Medicare for pregnant women, you see, including CS. And he was saying yesterday in the church that 102,000 women have benefited in this particular one. So you go to the, which other sector am I going to mention? Are you talking about the youths, where over 5,000 youths have been empowered, made millionaires through this One Youth Two Skills program? Are we talking about employment, where he gave over 8,000 teachers, employed them? Is it health sector, the employment of lawyers, over 1,000? So which sector has he not touched? According to the man that was taking us around yesterday, he said that there's no local government in Anambra State that does not have a solution magic. That's what he said. That there's no LGA you will go to and you will not see what Governor Soludo has done. So he has virtually touched everywhere, and he's still telling us that he has not even you know. So it shows that Anambra is really blessed to have him as the governor at this point in time.
Well, Anambra is blessed, like you said. Then, what happens after the next election? Is ABGA, as a youth, national youth leader, are you going to be telling us that what is happening in Anambra can be replicated? Because ABGA is not Anambra party. ABGA is a party that has registered in Nigeria and that can vie for even the presidency. So now, taking it away from Anambra State, based on what's been happening with Soludo and previous government, what plans does your party have in having other governors in other parts of Nigeria?
Yeah, recently the National Vice Chairman Southeast and all the ESCOs of the regional ESCOs of ABGA in Southeast went on tour from state to state to further deepen the unity of the party in the region. This is in preparation for 2027 election, and we have also been doing everything we need to do to push ABGA to the national stage. We have we're going to have a national women conference in Abuja by June this year. We're also having a national youth summit in Abuja any time before November this year. So we have started our membership drive also, where, you know, we are the first political party in Nigeria right now to have digital registration, membership registration. We have started that. Abuja is already being taken over by ABGA, where our headquarters is. So we are doing a lot to see that we take over other states, not just Anambra State, because the truth is that the majority of the political parties are failed Nigerians. And Nigerians are looking for a political party without rancor, a political party that has the ideology, that has the people in mind to join. And ABGA, as far as I'm concerned right now, is the best party. Anyone who really wants Nigeria to work should join. So, and after this election in Anambra State, of course, ABGA will still continue to do what it's known for, because we don't just collect money from people and give them tickets. We also look at your track records, and we select the best for any state. You can attest to that with the kind of governors that ABGA have produced in Anambra State. In fact, anyone that becomes governor here, like former Governor Peter Obi, 99.9% of everything he used in his campaign was what he did while he was governor in Anambra State. And courtesy of who? Courtesy of ABGA. So ABGA is sure and not afraid of any regime, any tenure. After this tenure, of course, ABGA is still going to perform astoundingly very well, just like Soludo has done.
Okay. Now, Governor Soludo of Anambra State actually said he has never borrowed a dime to build anything in the state. And recently, there is this statement that came from him that last year, 438 billion naira was distributed to 35 states. Anambra was the only state that did not take it. And he said, I need money, but I cannot borrow my state into slavery. That statement I would want you to speak on. What do you think about that statement? Because he said that he saw the deal, and knowing that generations to come are going to pay, and he declined to take part of that. So what would you say about a governor that made such a statement?
This is exactly what I mean by he's not just here to work, he's honest. He's very, very honest about Anambra. He's passionate also. It's only a man who has love for the future of his people that will see that amount of money and not take it. The truth is that there are states. Have you ever heard this kind of thing in the news? They have collected the money, and majority of the states will not use 1 kobo from that money for the states. He needs money, fine, but he knows that his state they are going to suffer this for years to pay this money. And this is where I give kudos to Anambra State, both past and the present governor. You see, it's very difficult before you hear that Anambra governor came and then lodged the state into debt and all of that. I give kudos to them, and I envy Anambra people. So this is a governor who is honest, who is sincere, who is God-fearing.
You come, we'll give you one of our daughters.
So he is God-fearing, and he's honest, sincere about it. So he didn't collect this money, not because he doesn't want Anambra people to benefit. It's not for free anyways. As an economist, he already calculated it and see that the disadvantages is going to outweigh the advantages. So what else will he do? Say no to it. And being the only governor who rejected this money goes a long way to tell you the kind of person that he is.
Well, last year, Soludo our governor was part of the president's think tank in order to build Nigeria out of the doldrums of economic quagmire as we presently see. And then we are seeing the transformation happening in Anambra State, and we've not seen the ripple effect happening in Nigeria as it stands right now. Does it mean that there is something that the incumbent political party needs to come to Anambra to copy from ABGA and from probably Soludo himself in order for us to have a working economy? What's your take on that, Onyebuchi?
Well, all the political parties in Nigeria are supposed to come to Anambra and even copy what Governor Soludo is doing. All the political parties. Let me not even talk about APC. If Soludo was even giving maybe a good opportunity to transform the economy of Nigeria, even as a governor, I know that things would have been better.
But he's part of the team.
He's part of the team.
But we are not seeing the transformation happening in Nigeria. So what's happening?
He's just an advisor. In that team is more like advisory council, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you can advise me, you can take the horse to the street, but you cannot force the horse to drink the water. So you can only put up advice on how things will go to turn things around, but it beckons on the leader or the people in charge to take that advice. So I think he has done well in his state, so it should be an example to them. I believe, I was even saying that what is doing Anambra now, every other state should replicate it in their states. But the question is, how honest are others are? How passionate are they about their people? And how God-fearing are they? Because you need all this for you to really perform as a leader. If not, when you see billions as a governor, you corner it. After all, the next person coming will always come to tell you nothing was done in the past leadership. I'm the one doing all of that. And so I think if the party in the national stage, at the national stage, or other political parties around, especially Southeast, if they copy Governor Soludo.
Now that you've brought it to the Southeast,
yes.
So since it's not working in the federal, in the national,
yes,
it will be my desire and the desire of most people of Southeast extraction to see what is happening in Anambra State, the laudable transformation happening in Anambra State, to transform the Southeast, as in to transcend the Southeast. Do we need to have all 5 states being run by ABGA for us to achieve that, or can we just sell the ideology of, since it's working here, let us implement it? At least ABGA have roots in all these other states. What can we actually do in order to get that transformation across board?
By their fruits, you shall know them. You can, even if you carry suit to wear monkey, it will remain a monkey. So borrowing them the ideology will still not work. They already have their ideology. You understand? So if ABGA takes over this Southeast states, as I'm talking to you, if you bring an angel into a bad structure, the angel will be caged. If you take a bad person into a good ideology, he must perform. The motto, our slogan alone, be your brother's keeper, is enough to change your mindset, to change your mentality. You understand? So what we are working towards now is to take over the southeastern states first, for our people's sake. So take over the five. We had a project tour. The party is not is the party itself that had that tour. What we do is we at a point will go around to see what you have done with the mandate given you by the party. So we'll score you. If you're not doing well, we'll write a report and tell you that you haven't performed well in so place. So you have to do well. If not, the next time we'll not give you ticket. So we have marked this one high, and we'll be looking forward to taking over other states, because the party doesn't just give people tickets to come and be elected. We also follow them up to make sure they are actually working and delivering the dividends of democracy.
Right, in case you're just joining us, you're watching Good Morning Anambra Show on ABS Television. At this point, we're talking Soludo's 3 years of impactful leadership, part 1. We're going to take a very short break. Let's feel the pulse of the masses. We'll return after now.
Soludo have done marvelously well. I wasn't in ABGA before now, but I joined ABGA because of his style of leadership. In Anambra West, where I come from, our local government headquarters, Soludo just lit the local government headquarters within a space of I think less than 14 months of his from the beginning of his tenure. That is from Umiata to Nzam. While somebody was there, our own brother was there for 8 years, he couldn't do that. Within 14 months, Soludo linked that road. Today, as I'm speaking with you, From here to Nzam is about 40-45 minutes. You are at Nzam today. Third, without a single pothole. That is one. Two, I have my business at Isu and Ocha here. Before now, for you to get Isu and Ocha is like passing through the gate of hell. But today, within the next 5 minutes, you are at Isu and Ocha. I can get supply of chaps and in fact supply of my raw materials at a lesser cost. Unlike what I was getting before the road was tarred. Today the road is tarred, and we have some little deduction from the original cost. Do you understand me? So moving the finished material from site to wherever location is easy now. My business is improved because of his infrastructural development. So my life, my family is well touched.
Governor Soludo is trying in Anambra State to make sure the environment is okay, especially the road. He's doing his best. I can see, starting of crying is hard, but if you cry it out, it will be very easy. So I can see things he has been doing. Our boys has work. Yes, employ them in work, especially in task force. And I can see creating security, and also that's what less the criminality and every other things. So he's doing his best to make sure the state stands.
Governor Soludo's leadership has been a wonderful one in Anambra State, and I believe it actually helped us. Like, I'm into real estate. It actually make our business convenient and bringing fast development in the state, thereby attracting investors from all over the countries in the world to Anambra State. Governor Soludo should continue his good work in Anambra State and also keep doing mighty work he's doing, putting more infrastructures as is ongoing now. So I appreciate it, and I pray that good Lord should always continue to guide him and protect him, because it's not easy to lead.
From our street parliamentarians, everybody having something to say about the transformation that Soludo is bringing to Anambra State. Well, we expect the sustainability of what is ongoing currently, and that's what we'll be talking. And well, we still have a little time to ask.
All right, I think I have to come in at this one, because I've been yearning to ask Ima ndi Igbo si na asị na mmadụ ana aloka no nwe ihe na akuri egwu somewhere. I think at this point, what actually do you think has been the propelling factor to Soludo's magic wand in transforming the state these 3 years?
I think the support being given him by his team. He selected his team. He didn't use positions to compensate people, because he didn't engage thugs who will go and beat people, kill people, collect the cultists, and then later you use the position of leadership to compensate them. They will come there to manifest their whatever. So he selected people of like minds, and the support they are giving him, of course, contributed to his success. Also, depending on the kind of woman that you have as a wife, of course, the success of a man starts from his wife. If you don't have a supportive wife, you will go nowhere, irrespective of how many or whatever wonderful team that you have. And of course, his deputy, the person deputizing him, is very loyal and very supportive. So I think he did a good job in the selection of his team members. Of course, Anambra people are also supporting him. Going by what is happening in this Udogachi security right now, you will see that he's getting enough support from Anambra people. People are tired, and then he, according to him, he said he doesn't want Ochoro Njobarafa, our go Minan, Ochoro Zika Njoa, where Bawafa. The children of darkness arose and wanted to turn the light of the nation to darkness of the nation. And then the man said, no, it cannot happen here. He started getting the support of Anambra people. So I think the support from Anambra people, the support from his team, and support from his second, the deputy governor, and his family contributes to his success.
Well, thank you so much for that. Well, let me just drop this last one. There is no how a man can be achieving this much achievement within a short space of time, even though that was what he was elected, to do. And now, as a political party, what are the issues that you've been having based on opposition wanting to take the seat of power come the next election that will be happening by November this year?
All right, I think as you try to talk about that, please, you should add, some pockets of reports here and there trying to tarnish the image of the good work being done in the state, like people they call on their kodo that will go out there to maim people. And, the masses keep calling Governor Soludo bad names in that regard. So I think you should let the governor know areas to, what to do in that regard to see that these people work in accordance with what he's doing, so that he will not be doing great things this side and they will be there, the other side, trying to tarnish his image.
Yeah, a lot has been said about that, and it's just the overzealousness of many people. That's just, sometimes I will tell our people that the majority of the problem is not with the leaders. The followers have, the followership is faulty. You see, you appoint someone who is criticizing government of not doing this or that. You give them small opportunity. You see them manifesting this against others. So, the only thing I will say is that, of course, the authorities of the government are hearing what you're saying now, and they have watched some clips. So, the one that happened to a stakeholder in Anambra State, they were arrested, dismissed from their job, and from what I read from the governor, they were under contract. These are not appointees of government, they were contracted. But of course, whether contracted or not, and you do what is contrary to the policy or the belief of the governor, you should be arrested. If you commit any crime, you go in for it. So I think that has somehow reduced right now, but there should be a channel where you as a platform, as a media house, can also reach the governor through his protocol. Like I had already heard something like this before coming live, and I'm going to take some of them to the protocol officer, who is always ready to take complaints and work on it. As for the people who are warming up, who said they want to take over leadership in Anambra, it's funny sometimes. Politicians are funny people, especially those ones who play politics for a living. You see, they can tell you they are going to become the president of US, and they will be making noise here and there, telling you that it's possible. The truth is, I keep asking, what will the person coming to contest governorship with Soludo be telling Anambra? Are you going to be telling them that that he's using Anambra money to run free education? You want to come and terminate it so the Anambra people will make money? Are you going to be saying that he's using Anambra money to run free Medicare for pregnant women, and you want to come and terminate it and then give Anambra people their money? Are you going to say he's constructing roads to where the people who do not need roads? Are you going to say that the people who are preparing evil charms or fake prophets, fake DBS, who are encouraging our young ones to go into criminality, telling them you don't need to work to get wealth, that he's chasing them out, you want to come and return them? What are you going to be telling Anambra people that is the reason why you want to come and take over from Soludo?
All right, we can actually go on and on, but I think that's the much time could allow us to take on the program this morning that's talking about our discussion segment. It's been great having you in the studio this morning, the National Youth Leader of APGA, Comrade Eze Onyebuchi Chukwu. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
All right, it's been wonderful talking about 3 years of impactful leadership of Governor Chukwuma Charles Soludo. My name is Nonye Mokoye.
And I'm Ajuru Chukwu Okabwe.